In the ever-evolving world of interior design, certain classic styles maintain their enduring appeal while embracing contemporary influences. The marriage of Laura Ashley's iconic cottage charm with rustic modern elements represents one of 2025's most enchanting design trends for spring home makeovers. This refined yet approachable aesthetic bridges generations, offering a perfect compromise for households seeking to honor traditional English country elegance while embracing the clean simplicity of modern rustic design. The result is a living space that feels both timelessly sophisticated and refreshingly current.
Welcome to Rustic Elegance. Let's embark on a journey through the beauty of rustic decor, celebrating the warmth, simplicity, and natural charm of this timeless design.
Laura Ashley Cottage Charm meets rustic modern style. Elegant Spring Interior Makeover 2025. What makes this design approach particularly compelling is its inherent versatility and accessibility. By thoughtfully combining Laura Ashley's signature floral patterns and soft color palettes with rustic elements like weathered woods, natural textures, and simplified silhouettes, homeowners can create spaces that feel both curated and comfortable. This hybrid style works beautifully across various home architectures, from historic cottages to contemporary apartments, making it an adaptable choice for spring refreshes regardless of your home's structural style or geographic location. As we explore the key elements of this distinctive design fusion, you'll discover practical ways to implement this aesthetic in your own home this spring. From color recommendations and furniture selection to textile choices, dining arrangements, and finishing touches, these insights will guide you through creating a cohesive living environment that celebrates the best of both design worlds. Whether you're planning a complete spring makeover or simply refreshing key areas, this approach offers a balanced framework for creating spaces that feel both elegantly nostalgic and perfectly suited to contemporary living. 1. Textile touches for spring. Floral drapes, natural linens, and gingham layers. Layering for comfort and style. Soft florals with rustic checks and natural fabrics. The signature elegance of a Laura Ashley meets rustic modern interior emerges through thoughtful textile layering that balances feminine patterns with more structured, rustic elements. Begin with foundation fabrics in natural materials, pure linen slipcovers, cotton canvas upholstery, or wool blend rugs in neutral tones that connect to the rustic modern aesthetic. Then introduce Laura Ashley's iconic floral patterns through strategic accent pieces like scattered cushions, occasional throws, or a single upholstered chair. Textile experts for 2025 recommend the pattern conversation approach. Pair delicate floral motifs with more geometric rustic patterns like windowpane checks, simple stripes, or small-scale gingham. Windows that breathe spring. Light curtains in vintage-inspired prints and textures. Window treatments significantly influence both the light quality and aesthetic character of spring interiors in this hybrid style. For 2025, interior designers are embracing what they call transparent substance, curtains that filter light beautifully while maintaining an ethereal quality that enhances spring's natural brightness. Select sheer to lightweight fabrics that move gently with passing breezes. In patterns that reference Laura Ashley's heritage, delicate trailing vines, scattered rosebuds, or abstract floral motifs in soft colorways. For a more rustic interpretation, consider natural linen panels with subtle texture or simple cotton with ladder stitch detailing. Cozy layers on a budget, mixing pillows, throws, and rugs in soft spring tones. Transform your space affordably through textile layering that introduces color, pattern, and texture without significant investment. Decorating experts consistently identify soft furnishings as the highest impact, lowest cost way to refresh interiors seasonally. Create a coordinated yet collected look by selecting cushions in 3 complementary patterns, typically a larger scale floral, a medium scale geometric, and a small scale pattern or solid texture, in a cohesive color palette. Connect to rustic elements through natural materials like cotton canvas, raw linen, or textured wool in simpler patterns or solid colors with visible weave. Area rugs offer significant design impact. Consider light-colored vintage-inspired patterns with gentle distressing that references both design traditions. For the most versatile approach, invest in pillow covers rather than complete pillows, allowing seasonal rotation without storage challenges. Two, finishing touches for spring elegance. Vintage mirrors, soft ceramics, and natural decor accents. Cottage-inspired decor details. Accessories that bring rustic character to every room. The distinctive personality of Laura Ashley meets rustic modern design emerges through carefully selected accessories that reference both traditions while creating a cohesive narrative. Focus on pieces that showcase authentic materials and craftsmanship, handmade pottery in soft glazes, carved wooden objects with natural grain patterns, and textural baskets that serve both decorative and functional purposes. Styling experts for 2025 recommend the material conversation approach, where different natural elements interact within vignettes. The smooth coolness of ceramic against rough warmth of wood, or the irregular texture of hand-woven baskets beside the crisp structure of pressed botanicals in simple frames. Where vintage meets now. Find antique mirrors and Laura Ashley-like accent pieces. Mirrors and wall decor create significant impact while connecting to both design traditions that inform this aesthetic. Look for vintage or vintage-inspired mirrors with gently distressed gilt frames or weathered painted finishes that reference cottage heritage while adding reflective light to spring interiors. Interior designers specializing in this hybrid style recommend what they call purposeful patina, pieces that show authentic age or thoughtfully created distressing rather than factory-perfect finishes. For artwork and wall accessories, create galleries that combine botanical prints in simple frames, vintage textile fragments mounted as art, and small landscape paintings featuring countryside scenes. Light and texture magic, using soft pastels and natural materials to add gentle spring vibes. Complete your spring transformation through accessories that enhance both the visual and tactile experience of your refreshed space. Lighting choices significantly influence mood. Select fixtures that reference cottage traditions through form while incorporating rustic elements through materials. Consider ceramic lamps with natural linen shades, wooden candlesticks with beeswax tapers, or metal lanterns with simplified silhouettes. Decorative objects should celebrate authentic materials while maintaining visual lightness appropriate for spring. Design forecasters for 2025 highlight the importance of what they term honest objects, pieces that clearly communicate their composition and craftsmanship without artificial enhancements. Three, charming spring color ideas with rustic simplicity. Soft florals, warm neutrals, and pastel accents. Blending vintage pastels and earthy neutrals, Laura Ashley colors in a rustic spring interior. The foundation of a successful cottage meets rustic color palette begins with thoughtful balance between soft heritage tones and grounding neutrals. Start by selecting a dominant neutral warm plaster white, soft linen beige, or gentle grayish for walls and larger furniture pieces to create a versatile backdrop. These quieter tones allow signature Laura Ashley pastel accents to shine without overwhelming the space. Introduce dusty rose, sage green, and powder blue through textiles and accessories, while incorporating rustic elements through natural wood finishes, stone textures, and handcrafted ceramics in earthy hues. Serene Cottage palettes, pairing cream, blush, and dusty blue for a tranquil seasonal space. The most successful Laura Ashley-inspired spring interiors for 2025 embrace color combinations that evoke both nostalgia and tranquility. Creamy off-whites serve as the perfect backdrop for blush pinks and dusty blues, a trio that interior color experts identify as particularly effective for creating serene environments that still maintain visual interest. The key to modernizing this classic cottage palette lies in the specific tones selected. Opt for blushes with subtle terracotta undertones rather than candy pink, and choose blues with gray or green influences rather than primary tones. Budget paint and styling tips. Soft pastel wall colors to brighten a rustic modern home. Transform your space affordably by selecting premium paint colors that capture the essence of this hybrid aesthetic without requiring extensive furniture investment. Professional decorators recommend low-saturation pastels with gray undertones for walls. Colors like Pale Posy, a muted blush, Morning Mist, a gentle blue-gray, or Willow Whisper, a soft sage green, which create an immediate spring refresh while complementing existing rustic elements. For maximum impact with minimal expense, consider the partial wall technique. Paint the lower third of walls in your chosen pastel and the upper portion in complementary white, divided by thin wooden molding. Furniture with heart. Cottage-style seating and rustic details for spring living rooms. Comfort meets vintage style. Cozy armchairs and sofas with a country elegance feel. The living room serves as the heart of a Laura Ashley meets rustic modern home, where seating choices significantly influence both comfort and design coherence. Select sofas with gently rolled arms and moderately deep seats, rather than overstuffed contemporary styles or rigidly formal antique silhouettes. Upholstery choices play crucial roles in balancing the two aesthetics. Consider natural linen and oatmeal or wheat for larger pieces, which provides neutral versatility while nodding to rustic simplicity. Armchairs offer perfect opportunities to introduce Laura Ashley's signature patterns. Opt for one statement chair in a vintage-inspired floral or classic ticking stripe. Mixing rustic finishes with classic shapes. Styling Laura Ashley-inspired furniture. The distinctive character of this hybrid style emerges through thoughtful furniture pairings that create dialogue between refined cottage elements and rustic modern simplicity. Balanced delicate, curved pieces reminiscent of Laura Ashley's traditional aesthetic with straightforward designs featuring natural wood grain and minimalist detailing. Interior styling experts recommend the 3-texture rule when selecting wood finishes. Combine a weathered or distressed wood like reclaimed oak, a painted finish, such as a gently distressed cream, and a smooth natural tone like honey-colored maple, to create sophisticated harmony. Coffee tables and side tables present perfect opportunities for introducing rustic modern elements. Look for simple forms with visible grain, live edges, or blackened metal accents. Simple updates that transform. Living room refresh with country storage and soft seating. Revitalize your living space without complete renovation through strategic furniture choices that enhance both functionality and aesthetic appeal. Enclosed storage pieces represent worthy investment items, with cabinetry that combines cottage-inspired detailing on doors with clean, contemporary case construction. Interior organizers are increasingly recommending what they call visible-invisible storage, pieces that provide abundant organization while contributing to the room's design narrative. Consider a media console with beadboard detailing and simple turned legs, nodding to cottage heritage, but finished in a modern gray-washed oak that connects to rustic elements. Five. Spring dining in style, cottage table settings with rustic seasonal charm. Warm wood and fresh florals, creating a rustic spring table you'll love to gather around. The dining table represents the heart of spring entertaining, where the marriage of Laura Ashley's refined cottage aesthetic and rustic modern simplicity creates particularly inviting gatherings. Select a table that balances both design languages, farmhouse styles with turned legs rather than industrial bases, in wood finishes that show natural grain while maintaining a somewhat refined appearance. Table styling experts for 2025 recommend what they call intentional imperfection, arrangements that feel thoughtfully curated, yet not overly precise. Create centerpieces that combine structured elements like wooden trays or metal lanterns with the soft abundance of cottage garden florals arranged in simple vessels. Dishware that tells a story. How to style a Laura Ashley-inspired cottage table. Table settings provide perfect opportunities to express the dual nature of this hybrid style through thoughtful dishware selection and arrangement. Rather than matching sets, entertaining experts for 2025 recommend the collected curation approach, dishware that appears gathered over time yet maintains cohesive elements. Combine simpler stoneware dinner plates in neutral tones, connecting to rustic modernism, with salad plates or dessert dishes featuring delicate floral patterns reminiscent of Laura Ashley's iconic designs. Introduce handcrafted ceramic serving pieces with subtle texture or gently irregular forms that reference artisanal traditions. Charming centerpiece ideas: wildflowers, candles, and linen runners for spring warmth. Transform your dining experience through seasonally inspired centerpiece elements that celebrate spring's renewal while enhancing your hybrid design aesthetic. Begin with table linens that establish your foundation, natural linen runners with subtle texture laid directly on wooden tabletops rather than formal tablecloths, allowing the beauty of the wood to remain visible. Floral arrangements for this style intentionally avoid formal structure, instead embracing what designers call organized wildness. Arrangements featuring meadow flowers, flowering branches, and garden varieties in vintage containers like ironstone pitchers, mason jars with subtle patina, or small enamelware vessels. Introduce gentle ambient lighting through simple candle arrangements, beeswax tapers in wooden or brushed metal holders, or small votives placed within vintage glass containers. Conclusion. The marriage of Laura Ashley's timeless cottage charm with rustic modern simplicity represents more than just an aesthetic choice. It reflects a deeper appreciation for creating homes that honor both heritage and contemporary living. This thoughtful design fusion allows us to surround ourselves with beauty that feels both familiar and fresh, creating environments that support modern lifestyles while maintaining connections to traditional craftsmanship and natural materials. As the spring season invites renewal and refreshment, this balanced approach to interior design offers a framework for creating spaces that feel authentic, inviting, and uniquely personal. As you enjoy your refreshed spring spaces, take satisfaction in knowing you've created surroundings that balance elegance and comfort, history and innovation, femininity and functionality. These harmonious environments don't merely look beautiful, they nurture well-being through their connection to natural materials, their celebration of craftsmanship, and their integration of elements that hold personal meaning. This thoughtful approach to home design transcends mere decoration to create living spaces that truly enhance daily life, the ultimate goal of any successful interior transformation.